It's Disney Pixar CARS, and this is Book 6, Early Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen was lost. The race car had been sleeping in the back of his truck when something had gone horribly wrong. Now, Lightning was racing down a strange highway. Lightning headed down an exit ramp, looking for his driver, but he couldn't find him. Suddenly, he heard a siren blaring and saw flashing red lights. A sheriff cruiser was after him. Lightning swerved and crashed through a fence, ending up tangled in telephone wires. Sheriff rolled up. "Boy," he said, "you're in a heap of trouble." The next morning, Mater, the tow truck, brought Lightning to traffic court. The judge was an old car named Doc. When he found out that Lightning was a race car, he told him to get out of town. But a car named Sally disagreed. She wanted Lightning to fix the road he had ruined. Doc hesitantly agreed. Doc ordered Lightning to redo the road, but Lightning refused. Doc challenged him to a race. "If you win, you go. If I win, you do the road my way." Lightning agreed. He was sure he could beat the old car. But on a sharp left turn, Lightning lost control. He skidded off the road and plunged into a cactus patch. "You drive like you fix roads. Lousy," Doc said. Later that night, Lightning scraped the asphalt off the road. When the rest of the cars awoke the next morning, they saw Mater driving in circles on a section of perfectly smooth road. Doc found Lightning at the site of their race. He was practicing his turns, but he kept losing control. "That is dirt," Doc said. "You have to turn left to go right." That night, Mater took Lightning tractor tipping. Mater snuck up on a sleeping tractor and honked. The startled tractor woke up and fell over. When it was Lightning's turn, he revved his engine so loudly that all the tractors keeled over at one time. Mater and Lightning could not stop laughing. It had been a long time since Lightning had had so much fun. The next morning, while Lightning waited for his daily gas ration, he wandered into Doc's shop. Suddenly, he noticed something on a shelf. A piston cup! Then he saw two more. Lightning couldn't believe it. Doc Hudson was the Hudson Hornet, a racing legend. "Let's go for a drive," Sally suggested that afternoon. Looking out over the town, Sally explained that Radiator Springs had once been a busy town, but no one had visited since the interstate had been built. Now, everyone just went around it on their way to somewhere else. Later that day, as Lightning worked on the street, he saw Doc roaring around the dirt racetrack. Lightning followed Doc to his office. "How could you quit at the top of your game?" he asked. Doc showed Lightning a newspaper article about a wreck he had been in. By the time he was fixed, the world had forgotten about him. The next morning, the road was finished. Although Lightning was free to go, he wasn't quite ready. First, he stopped by each store. He filled up on Fillmore's organic fuel, tried out night vision goggles at Sarge's surplus hut, picked out a bumper sticker at Lizzie's curio shop, bought new tires from Guido and Luigi, got a new paint job at Ramon's House of Body Art. Finally, it was time for Lightning to go. Lightning made his way to California for his big race, but as the race started, Lightning couldn't concentrate. He kept remembering his friends in Radiator Springs. Somehow, winning no longer seemed that important. Just then, Doc's voice came over the radio. "I didn't come all this way to see you quit." Lightning looked at his pit and saw all of his Radiator Springs friends. Doc was sitting on the crew chief platform. "If you can drive as good as you can fix a road, then you can win this race with your eyes shut," Doc said. Lightning knew Doc was right. He revved his engine and got back into the race. Lightning tore around the track. He had fallen behind, but he knew he could catch up. His opponent, Chick Hicks, tried to stop him with some dirty tricks. But Lightning remembered what his friends had taught him. He drove backward, he turned right to go left, and when he blew a tire, Guido performed the fastest tire change in history. Finally, Lightning took the lead. Chick Hicks and the King were fighting for second place. "I'm not coming in behind you again," Chick shouted, ramming the King. The car hit a wall and flipped. When Lightning saw the King's crumpled body, he remembered Doc's final crash. Lightning screeched to a stop inches from the finish line. As Chick crossed the finish line, Lightning drove over to the King. "What are you doing, kid?" Doc asked through the headset. "I think the King could finish his last race," Lightning answered as he pushed the King over the finish line. The crowd erupted in cheers. Chick may have won the Piston Cup, but Lightning was the hero of the race. Tex, the owner of the Dynaco Oil Company, approached Lightning. "How would you like to be the new face of Dynaco?" he asked. Lightning politely refused. He was loyal to his original sponsor, Rust-eze. But he did ask Tex for one favor. Soon, Lightning returned to Radiator Springs. He found Sally at the old Wheelwell Motel. "I thought I'd stop and stay a while," he told her. Just then, they heard someone wildly yelling, "Woohoo!" It was Mater. Thanks to Lightning, he was fulfilling his dream of taking a helicopter ride. Sally smiled. Then she turned and sped off down the mountain with Lightning close behind. It looked as if Lightning had found his new home.